Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's Tom over at Gas, and today in the workshop we've got BMW 3 Series. It's got the N47 engine in. Customer was driving it down the motorway 60 miles an hour and it just cut out. So vehicle got recovered into its local BMW dealership at the time. They did some checks and found loads of swarf in the fuel system. So this can happen when the vehicle's been misfueled, bad fuel, and it's caused damage to the high pressure fuel pump. We won't know for sure until we get it all off, but either way, to fully repair the vehicle, we're going to have to replace the high pressure fuel pump, low pressure pump, injectors, fuel rail. Once swarf gets around the system, it's hard to get every little bit of swarf out, and you don't want to risk putting new injectors, new rail, new pump on, and then swarf still in the tank or in the lines, which would just ruin all the new components. So we got it into our workshop now. I've took the low pressure fuel pump out of the tank, and there is plenty of swarf in the bottom of the tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to whip the pump off, the injectors out, the rail out. We're going to drop the tank, replace the tank, look at all the lines, replace the lines. And yeah, so big job really. So let's get cracking on. Good to have the BMW today. Remove the fuel tank, put the old one out there. We've got a new one ready to go back on it. Just waiting for a new low pressure fuel pump to arrive. Yeah, not sure what's gone on there really. I mean, the colour of that fuel wasn't right. Under the bonnet, all stripped down ready. Just this metal pipe to come off, but it's all loose. Fuel pump's off. So we've got our fuel pump, injector rail, injectors, metal pipes. So all that's to go in the bin really. It's all, can't risk reusing any of that. So it's about £4.5 grand's worth of parts there. So not a cheap job, quite an expensive repair. But it's a repair that needs to be done. Some parts turned up today from BMW, so we got the fuel rail in, just waiting for the injectors and the pump. A couple of fuel lines, and then we'll get it all back together. So back on the BMW today, got the new tank to go up, some new fuel lines, front to rear to go on. We've had our pump repaired. New high pressure pump there. When they stripped it down, they found that the roller bearing had collapsed. Not had too much to do with these N47 engines, but let me know if it's a common problem on these. But yeah, roller bearing collapsed anyway. Obviously broke up, got in the fuel system, hence the metal swarf all the way around the system. So that's all our old rail, that's all being replaced. We got our new pipes, injectors, low pressure pump, and obviously the high pressure pump. So we've got everything now ready to put it back together. We'll get cracking on. So we've got the fuel pump on. To remove it, I didn't have to take all the intake manifold off, but as we were replacing the injector lines, we just had to take that manifold off. Yeah, not too bad. There's a little keyway in there to get lined up, and then you'll need a special tool to remove it. So just the injectors to fit now. Obviously we've got new injectors to go in, so they'll need coding. So when we get to that, I'll just show you what I mean by the coding. And yeah, I'll get cracking on. So we just got all the BMW back together, got all the injectors in. What we've done is we've coded the injectors before we've started it. So on the new injectors, they'll all have a code at the top. So I've just gone into the diagnostic machine, battery charger connected, make sure that's always connected when doing any software changes or recoding. So we're just building some pressure up in the system now. Obviously you don't want to be trying to start the car when there's no fuel up to the pump, or else we're going to damage the new pump straight away. But yeah, like new injectors, new rail, a bit of diesel on there because I did leave the leak off pipes off while I was just coding, so I could see the codes easier, and when I was building up some fuel pressure, the fuel comes straight up to the leak off pipes, but at least I know there's fuel in the system. So we'll just wait for that pressure to build up. We'll leave it about 3 minutes with some pressure in the system, and then we'll see what happens. I've left the exhaust off the prop shaft for now. Just want to make sure it's running all right before we put all the trims and covers, etc. back on. But everything's been replaced. High pressure pump, low pressure pump, fuel lines, fuel tank, injectors, fuel rail. So we built some fuel pressure up. We'll see what happens when we go start it. Moment of truth. She starts. So we're just going to go through the bleed procedure. That will have increased idle for about 10 minutes. Like I say, just exhaust the prop shaft to go on, some engine covers and under trays, but car's running. Make sure there's no leaks, and then we'll get that back to the customer. Hope you found this video useful. Let us know if you've had experience with fuel pump failures on this N47 engine. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and we'll see you next time.